Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video all about Glossier. So I wanted to get this video done and up before Black Friday because every year they do the only sale that they do every year, which is 20% off everything on the site. I just thought if you were interested in trying the brand or certain products, now is the perfect time to do so. And even if you're brand new and watching this after the Black Friday sale, there's usually a 10%, 20% code floating around if you are a new customer as well. Anyway, so I thought I would go through all the products that I have used from them, whether I would buy them again. I'm going to do it very similarly to how I do my empties videos, where I will talk about like whether or not I'd buy it again. I'm going to give it a 5-star rating, all that good stuff. I am wearing a lot of it on my face today, as much as humanly possible. But yeah, so let's get cracking. Can I just say, I have missed lipstick and rings. Today I was like, you know what? I'm not going anywhere. I am going to put the bright lipstick that I have on from Glossier and some rings, and I just feel a little bit more me, you know, because with all the hand washing and the mask wearing, I just always feel a little bit lost without all these bits. They always just feel like an extra step of faff, but when you're inside, feeling great. Anyway, so I'm going to start off with skincare. So I've only got one product to show you in the realms of skincare, and that is Glossier's Balm.com, which is right here. This is actually my original one. I don't know if you can see. Really, I've only got the nubbin left. I bought this in their New York showroom many years ago, and I am really getting to the end of it. So first of all, I have the flavour, the birthday Balm.com one, so it kind of tastes like birthday cake, and this one technically has a few little sparkles in it. What I like about this is you can put a nice thick layer of it on before you go to bed, and it's still working its magic in the morning. Or what you could do is what I've done today, I put a little bit of it on before I did my makeup, and sort of towards the end of my makeup I buffed it off with a cotton pad. So it's like a really good lubricant for exfoliation. That sounds naughty, doesn't it? And it's an all-round nice product to have. Now, you could have Paw Balm, you could have any other type of skin salve. Do I like this type of product, this type of balmy thing? And I feel like a lot of them could do the same job. Would I race out to buy it again? Maybe not necessarily, but I would happily use it again. I like that you can get different flavours. I like that you can get ones with tints in and all fun stuff like that. So I do really like this product. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I think although it's a tenner for this sort of standard size tube, it really does last a very long time, and I feel like you are more likely to lose it than use it up. So I have 2 other skincare products to talk about. Actually, I got all 3 of them initially in like a set together. I think it was their phase 1 skincare set back in the day. So the first one is the Milky Jelly Cleanser. I have actually repeat purchased that cleanser as well, so I used up my original one, and I think I have bought 2 subsequent bottles of it. I really do like the Milky Jelly Cleanser. I think Milky Jelly Cleanser is a perfect name for it because it's a jelly consistency, which is also a little bit milky. I really enjoyed the pump on it as well, and it really took my makeup off and cleansed my skin without stripping it at all. So I really did enjoy the balance that it had. It wasn't also too thick or too emollient that it really like weighed my skin down or sort of broke me out because it was too heavy for my skin. I felt it really did dance that line of balance really, really well. The only reason that I stopped purchasing it is because Beauty Pie, which I have a subscription to, has something that is very similar, which is cheaper. If you don't have a Beauty Pie subscription, I would definitely encourage you to give it a go because I think it works for a lot of people. I am going to give the Milky Jelly Cleanser a 5 out of 5. Really do think it's one of their hero products. Last but not least for skincare is the Priming Moisturiser, their standard one. So back in the day, I don't even know if the Priming Moisturiser Rich was available at this time. They very recently brought out the Priming Moisturiser Balance, which is for more oily skin, but this is their standard middle of the road one. I am going to give this product 2.5, 3 stars. It was not a bad product by any means. I didn't get through it though. I actually had to throw it away because it had gone off. It was fine is the best way to describe it, because it was like the type of product which wanted you to use it during the daytime, but it didn't have SPF in. I kind of found that was a little bit redundant just for the type of like consistency it was. I was just like, why don't you put a SPF in this? It totally makes sense. It was fine. It was absolutely fine. I have no complaints about it, but I was not wowed by the results. It was just kind of going through the motions with it. I feel like now how far Glossier have come from then till now. I think it's kind of a product that, you know, they've expanded the range because it was fine, but they could do better. In fact, what I will say is I did have, from like a previous Glossier order, I did have the Prime Moisturiser Balance sample, and I've got that on my face today, and I prefer that. I feel like that is more for my skin type. I've literally used it once in a sample today, and the day's not over, but it still managed to moisturise my face without making it too slippy, and because you can add glow back in as and when, I thought it's a really, really nice product. But yeah, I wouldn't repurchase the Primer Moisturiser, the standard one. It was fine, but nothing to write home about, to be honest with you. Next up, I want to talk about fragrance and body. And I do just want to say, I have just checked on the website this morning. They don't have their solid perfume on there anymore, which is a product that I do have. I'm going to put some on, don't mind me. I don't know if it's one of those things that they've just sold out of it, or they've gotten rid of it completely. I literally have no idea. I literally discovered that this morning. Glossier You, the fragrance, is what I'm going to talk about as I put on the solid fragrance right here. I really do like the Glossier You scent. I really do like the Glossier fragrance. In fact, when I'm making my own purchases this Black Friday, that is one of the things I'm going to be repurchasing. I really do miss having that fragrance in my life. That is my washing machine, which is in another room completely, shaking my bedroom door. We're just gonna power through. What I like about it is it smells like you but sexy. It's like you've just had sex and you've woken up and birds are helping you get dressed now. And I know their whole like ethos is like it smells like you, which is true. I think it really smells very human. It's not very floral, it's not very like spicy. It just smells like a nice smelling human. I know fragrance is a really personal thing. I'm terrible at explaining fragrances, but it's one that I really do like. And I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's £45 a bottle, but obviously with the discount it's gonna be about 36. Hot maths, that was quick. I wish the bottle was bigger. That's, I guess, my issue. Anyway, body. So they've very recently brought out a couple new body products. I have tried the original two. In fact, I actually bought them as like my I want to try something new purchased last year in their Black Friday sale. So I've tried the oil body wash and the Body Hero cream. You could get them in a set together, and that is what I did last year. They were fine. I don't think there's any Glossier products that I've actively disliked that I've tried, but those it's expensive for body wash and body cream for me. Like, I don't usually spend that amount of money, but because there was a discount on it, I thought maybe it'd be something that'd be a really nice treat. I was curious about it and I wanted to try it out. They were fine. They smelled nice. They didn't smell like Glossier You, which is a bummer because that's what I wanted them to smell like, because I like the perfume so much. I was kind of like, let's really embrace this. It smells, I forget what the notes were. Basically that kind of explains it all. They were forgettable. I'm gonna again give them a 2.5 out of 5, just due to the price point. Like, it all lasted a good amount of time. Like, the products all did what they said on the tin. Like, I wasn't disappointed in their core use. Like, that was fine, but I don't feel like the products went above and beyond. I'm not going to purchase them again, and I wouldn't recommend you to try them. I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze. So that is it for body and fragrance, and now on to makeup. So makeup by far is the largest category that I have tried. As I said, a lot of it is on my face today. In order of application, shall we? Starting with the skin tint. I literally feel like I got the last use out of it today. Like, it looks like I've got loads left. Like, I haven't touched it, but this is on its way out, absolutely for sure. I use the colour G11 in Glossier's products. And what I guess I should say about the makeup in general, this makeup is not for everybody. It is not for somebody who likes full coverage. It is not for somebody who likes instant pigmentation. I don't even think this would be makeup for me 5 years ago. I don't know if I would have necessarily liked it, particularly the complexion products. If you do not have a good relationship with your skin, you are not going to like these products. And I would say it would only be in the past couple of years that I've really come to accept my face. I don't really deal with spots half as much as I used to. I know if I was a teenager, like, I would not have liked the concealer, but actually now I really love it. I really like them. I really like it, but I know that it's not for everybody. This is not a market for everyone. It's basically what I'm trying to say. Skin tint is a perfect example of that. Skin tint is the perfect name for it. It's a perfecting skin tint. Haha. This is probably the most, both this and the concealer, which I'll talk about in a sec, are probably the most closest match to my skin of any product that I've ever used. I think in part, my opinion, how I've come to that opinion, is because of how sheer it is. This literally is like a thin veil of coverage across your face. For me, like, my problem areas are under my eyes and if I do have the odd blemish, but like this part of my face here, the skin texture is fine. Like, I don't have any particular like hyperpigmentation or blotchiness or anything like that. So something like this, which is just a nice thin veil of coverage where I can then add in more coverage if I want to with a concealer is perfect for me. They do a set of the concealer and the skin tint. That is another product that I'm going to be purchasing in the Black Friday sale myself. As I said, like, these are not products that I would have enjoyed 5 years ago. They're not. But, you know, I'm staring 30 in the fucking face. And it's something that I really do like now. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. Anyway, moving on to the stretch concealer. So when I initially got this, I wasn't crazy on it. Again, as I said, like, it wasn't giving that like immediately full coverage that I was used to from other concealers. But the more that I've used it, the more I've gotten to grips with it. I much prefer this concealer. This is my favorite concealer. For me, the biggest area of which I use concealer is under my eyes. So I don't want something that is like super duper thick and cakey and drying, because that just makes me look tired in a different way. Rather than having dark circles, I've now got like this crepey grossness under my eyes. So this is like a super duper, like, I don't know if you'll be able to see, like, it's really got like a slip to it. I just find it's actually really versatile and I can use it all over my face. The colour matches me really well as well. I think that's a big part of it because it goes so well with my skin. It literally almost looks like I'm like getting an eraser and like just making my, you know, worries go away. 5 out of 5. I'm already repurchasing it. I love it. And you know what? The Wowder, which is here. This is the Wowder. I've got this in light medium. I believe they've changed the criteria, their like shade criteria since I purchased this. I don't think they have it in light medium anymore. I forget what it is. I really do think, again, it's almost like a sandwich. I really think these products work really well together. You kind of have like the two like light veils of coverage, which are these two, and then you have the concealer in the middle for any like detailed work, which is, I basically just described to you complexion products, lol. But I think these work like in perfect harmony together. They are like the trifecta of great skin. Again, like, I have got like a tiny bit of this powder left. It adds like a light, soft matteness to the face, but I really like applying this with like a duo fiber brush just all over my face. I'm not going to be repurchasing this again straight away simply because I have so much powder. And it's not, I will purchase this powder again, but I'm trying to get through a few other ones first. That just says nothing about the product, it just says stuff about my spending habits. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5 because evidently subconsciously I feel like it can be replaced, whereas like the other two, even though I've been holding out for the sale to buy the skin tint, I've already repurchased 2 of the stretch concealers. I've already got 1 backup and I'm happy to get another backup because I love it so much. I guess moving on to other face complexion products, I have the Cloud Paint here. So the 2 colours that I've got here, I do actually have another colour. I think it's Puff. No, Puff is here. I've got Puff and Dusk. Anyway, I mixed these 2 together. It's a pink and like a browny tawny colour. And I really do think if you are somebody who likes to mix your blush colours, you use a tiny amount of it. It looks like I haven't used these products at all. If I were to pick any, I would probably pick Dusk just because it is so neutral. Anyway, I think they're really fun. I'm going to give these products maybe a 3.5 out of 5. For me, blush is something that I want to be just really seamless and like melt into my face, but to make me not look dead. And I feel like Cloud Paints do that. So moving on, I have the Haloscope. I have it in the colour Quartz. I feel like I bought the wrong colour for me. So this is like their medium tone. It's a little bit darker than what I would like, but they are actually quite sheer, so I feel like it doesn't really matter. I am going to give this product maybe a 3 out of 5. The thing is with Haloscope, it is very much more like a balm than colour or anything like that. And I do like a liquid highlight or like a cream highlighter. I do really enjoy that type of format. For me, I just prefer the Colourpop ones. I use the Colourpop ones all the time. Because I love that product so much and it takes such a long time to go through, I've really neglected having this to the point where I feel like it's like kind of going off a little bit. It's starting to smell a little bit like a crayon. I probably wouldn't purchase this again, to be honest with you. I feel like I prefer other highlighters. I haven't tried their Future Dew, which I feel like might top this for me. I don't know. Anyway, so it's fine. I probably wouldn't purchase it again though. I don't think it's anything to write home about, to be perfectly honest. Moving on to eyes, let's start with brows. So I've tried both brow products from Glossier. So let's start with the Brow Flick, which is kind of their colour product. I've used the colour brown, and I want to say this is the 3rd or 4th one of these I've gone through. It's very similar to like an eyeliner. When I say liner, I don't want you to be thinking so it's like going to be like brown stripes. It's like very like translucent. I really do like this product. However, the issues that I have with it and why I haven't immediately repurchased it is I go through it quite quickly, and I find like with brow products, either you go through them a mile a minute or they last you forever, and I'm a cheapskate, so I kind of want them to last me forever, whereas this is one of the ones that you use up tend to use it more quickly. You kind of also need to store it upside down, just to kind of like give it its best fighting chance. Also, if you use wax in your brows, that tends to shorten its life. I do really like this product. It sounds like I don't. For me, I don't know if I'm going to repurchase it again. I've recently bought a Beauty Pie eyebrow product, which I'm enjoying. Full disclosure, I do also dye my eyebrows as well, so I feel like if I didn't do that, maybe I wouldn't like it as much. I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5. I just think I use it up a little bit too quickly. I really like when, it's like one of those things, when it's good, but it's, you know, burns too hot to last, and I just feel like I go through them really quickly. So that's, I guess, my main issue. I've also got the Boy Brow, which is like one of their hero products. It's kind of like a more, I don't want to say it's a fiber brow gel. It might be. It's a really nice brow gel. I give this a 5 out of 5. Like, out of all the coloured brow gels that I've used, Boy Brow is my favourite. It puts just enough colour in it. I like the size of the brush. I think you do have to kind of like wipe a bit off when you first start using it, but overall, it's quite nice. It does what it says on the tin. I really do enjoy it. I enjoy these together. I'm just at the moment exploring my other options. So next up I have some colour products by Glossier. So I have the Lidstars, which are what I have on my eyes today, and then I also have Sky Washes as well. I've done standalone videos on both of these, so I'm gonna link them down below, but they were both kind of first impressions of both of them. So let's start with the Lidstar, because that's what came first. So I have got the colours Cub and Moon. So Cub is the kind of reddy colour, and Moon is the more sort of champagne-y colour. You are not going to get this colour straight up on your eyelids. This is what I mean when I'm talking about like pigmentation. If you want one swipe, immediate like wow, party eyes, this is not for you. Stila do a great liquid eyeshadow like that. A bunch of brands do. These are a lot more subtle. I think even in that video I was kind of like surprised at how sheer they were. They're a lot more oily than what you'd think as well. Like typically I find they dry down really quickly, whereas these kind of feel like they've got like an oiliness to them. I like them. They are really nice, but I think they're a lot more like daytime appropriate than maybe what you think. You look at these colours in it and I thought that they were going to be like, wow, crazy, but actually they're not. I also really enjoy actually applying both liquid eyeshadows that Glossier do with a brush. So they do both come with a doe foot, but I personally like rub a brush on it and then pop it on. Maybe for the exception of Moon actually, I think, because for me this is not more of like an inner corner colour. I can just like dot it and blend it with my finger. Would I necessarily run out and buy these again when I use them up? No, I wouldn't. I'm going to give these a 3.5 out of 5, the Lidstars. I prefer the Sky Washes, which I'm going to get onto now. They're fine. I think maybe getting like a little pot shiny, glittery shadows probably what I would do over this, but they're nice enough. Speaking of the Lidstars, now I've been wearing specifically Valley loads. Like, I'm gonna be filming a favourites video soon. This is gonna be in it. If Lidstars are, you know, the sparkly, peppy sort of situation, the Sky Washes are the matte, deeper, darker, more moody cousin of them. They're another liquid eyeshadow, very similar format, that they come with a doe foot. I've got the colours Terra and Valley. I thought I would prefer Terra, and actually this is the, I feel like I'm sounding like I'm saying Terra, like terror. I'm not, I'm saying terra, like ground in Spanish. I thought I would prefer Terra because it's a lot more of a deeper orangey colour, and I thought because of my experience with the Lidstars, because they are a little bit more sheerer, this would be the one that I prefer. But actually I would say that these are more pigmented than the Lidstars are. There's just something about the colour of Valley. It's got this like peachiness to it. I love it. Like, I've almost used it up and I've had it since July. I'm gonna give these a 4 out of 5. If you want something that's full impact matte colour, these are not the ones for you, but Sky Wash is actually a really, I think they name their products very well, evidently. I think it is just a nice wash of colour. So for the last 2 eye products, again, this is another set that I got back in the summer. It is the Lash Slick and the Pro Tip. So the Pro Tip is their black liquid eyeliner. I've actually used it all up. I've got the KVD Vegan Beauty eyeliner on today. It's back in my life. So basically a little backstory is KVD were being discontinued at Debenhams. Like when Kat Von D changed to KVD Vegan Beauty, I'm assuming their contract ended or what have you, and also Debenhams aren't doing too great as a department store. So basically I thought that I was not going to be able to get the tattoo liner anymore, and I was devastated. So I then, since I was 21, I've used that eyeliner, but since then I was like, okay, Glossier have just brought out the Pro Tip, which is like a very similar setup to the tattoo liner, like let's give it a go. After I placed that order, like literally I want to say like 2 days later, KVD Vegan Beauty announced that they were going into Boots, which is mega annoying, but hey, it's que sera sera. And I also got the lash lick in a set of them together. So the Pro Tip, I would not purchase it again. Not because it's necessarily a bad eyeliner, it's just because I think there's like a couple pounds in it, and I just think the KVD liner is just the liner to end all liners. I love it. What I will say though is I wasn't using an eye primer that I particularly loved the entire time that I had it. So that may have something to do with it. I love using an eye primer regardless of what I'm putting on my eyes. So for me, I found it like pilled up a little bit by the end of the day. Like it would flake off a little bit more than what the KVD one would do. It's a good liner and it's very black. Mentioning about like the brow product, which is like a similar setup, I just think because the KVD liner, like the packaging is so well thought out, I feel like it makes the product last longer than the Pro Tip. I feel like it dried out quicker than what the KVD one did. Like there's a lot of products that, like, you know, I've said that I'd rather be sort of like, you know, lighter and seamless. Liner is not one of those. I want my liner to be pitch black. I'm still a little emo at heart. I want pitch black, razor sharp eyeliner, and I have my true love. So I won't be purchasing the Pro Tip again. It's good. I'm gonna give it a 3.5, nay, a 4 out of 5. It is a really nice liner and it is a good consolation prize for the KVD one, but I'm just so wedded to that one that it's a no-brainer. But I did also get the lash lick at the same time. So this is Glossier's tubing mascara. If you like length from your mascara, this is fantastic. If you want purely length and nothing else, this is the vibe. However, for me, I like a little bit of everything. Again, it's kind of like my eyeliner. Like it's something that I want volume, I want drama, I want... So for me, where I really felt this mascara came into its own is when I paired it with a volumizing primer. Now, for some people, they're not going to want to use 2 products on their eyelashes. I didn't mind so much. So when I was working this with the primer from Beauty Pie, they worked really well together. So I was able to get that volume from the primer, and then I would add the lash lick on top and it would really give it that length. I really actually liked them as a pairing together. I didn't like how this looked on its own. I feel like it made my lashes look really like thin. If you want length, this is the one for you. If you want other things, then I would maybe consider exploring other mascaras first. Oh my god, last but not least, we have the Generation G lipsticks. Today I have got on the colour Zip, which is their red, but I also have Leo. So this product has been reformulated. I did have Cake back in the day of the old formula, but Leo is what I prefer for me, not only because I am a Leo, but also I prefer like a brownie side of a lipstick as well. And there's that colour there. I really like Leo. It is my like one of my daily lipsticks that I would wear. I miss wearing lipstick so much. It's like a neutral brownie colour. Like it's basically like an everyday colour but a little bit 90s, which I quite like. And what I really like about Leo as well is the sheer matte. So for me, I can just like shove this on without a mirror and feel comfortable that it just kind of like elevates my lip colour. But then also I have Zip. So Zip I got for my birthday, so I haven't really worn it that much because we've been in a pandemic and so I've been wearing a face mask, but I've got it on today. I think it's a lot more like an effortless red. I'm one of those people that has like really... If I'm going for brighter colours, I typically do go for like a liquid lipstick type of thing, but as like a nice little stain, I think it worked really nice. I think it also brings out the nice red in my dress. I don't know, tell me what you think. But yeah, I can't really give an opinion on the deeper colours at the moment because I've only worn this, I would say maybe 3 or 4 times, just simply because I haven't had the opportunity to, not because I'm not wanting to. I'm not crazy on the scent of them. So that's why I'm going to give them a 4.5 out of 5. They kind of smell really like, almost like rosy, perfumey, like very floral, which I don't necessarily want from a lipstick. But that is just me. Anyway, I hope that has been helpful for me to talk through every single Glossier product I have ever tried. Thank you so much for watching. If there's any type of videos like this that you'd like to see me for a different brand that I've tried, please leave that down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again soon. Bye!